Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In the previous video, we have learned about the flex shorthand property. We have seen the flex auto, flex initial, and also the flex one, how it will behave. According to the flex grow, flex shrink, and also the flex basis, we have seen it. Now in this session, we will try to learn about the flex basis. So what actually this flex basis is and how the flex basis behaves when we apply this flex basis to an individual item. Let's try to see. Now if I am trying to have a container here, so let's start with the container, and I am having dot child into 3, okay, and this one will be having an item color, so we can have it like this. So there are 3 child items, item 1, item 2, and item 3. If you want, you can also give item 1, item 2, and item 3. We'll try to have like this. Okay, now let's go to the container. So I am doing why from starting onwards is so if the people don't able to understand the display flex and all those things, so they can find it very easily when I am trying to do the code. So display flex, I can make it a display flex. Now these all will come side by side when I save it here. Fine. So we'll try to make the background color as light blue for the parent. That means nothing but a container, or otherwise you'll say it as hash a, so color, and I will give some width of around 90 viewport width, okay, and I will have height of around 100 pixel. So this is the parent. Now let's go to the each flex item. Now let's give the background color for each flex item as light blue so that we can have a differentiation. Now we can give a border of 1 pixel solid black or something like this. So these are by default the flex items will be stretched. We'll see about this one also. So if you want to control the stretching thing, these all things, we can see those all things also. But here we are able to see the 3 items are there, the 3 flex items. And now how can we say that the width of these flex items? So the width is defined by the content. So now if you try to see here, the item 3 is having little bit of more width when compared to the item 1 and item 2 these boxes. So now that means we can able to say that the content of this flex item is determined by the content. So now for example, let's say that I want to determine the width of this one. So how can we say? So if I want to say the width of this one, I can say something like width of 100 pixel. So if I try to say width of 100 pixel, now we are able to see that each flex item has occupied a width of 100 pixel. So now first item is 100, 100 and 100. A little bit of gap is left out. Okay. Now for example, let's say that now I will try to minimize and maximize. So here if I try to see here, see automatically the width of the boxes is again decreasing. We told that the width of the boxes should be exactly 100 pixel. But here when I am trying to decrease and increase, so these are decreasing less than 100 pixel. So if it is not going more than 100 pixel, but if I am trying to decrease here the responsive layout, in the responsive layout, in the flex items, actually the width is not working as expected. Why? Because if you have mentioned the width of 100 pixel means it should be exactly 100 pixel. That's it. But here it is not happening like this. So that means width is not the suitable thing, we can say it in the flex content. So when you are defining the items as a flex, we cannot make this one width, we cannot access it, we cannot say it. It doesn't give a semantic meaning, correct meaning. Width means we know that it should be exactly 100 pixel, but here in the flex items when I'm decreasing the width means so it is coming less than 100 pixel. So in flex we have a new property for this type of things, that is nothing but a flex basis. Okay, so flex basis we can give 100 pixel. So when you give the flex basis of 100 pixel, so this gives the correct meaning for this one. So this with 100 pixel is not the correct situation for that one. So now if I try to remove this 100 pixel, now the flex basis also does the same thing as width. Now if I try to decrease this one, it will decrease. Okay, it will decrease and it will increase. So the flex basis behavior is this one. So now the maximum width of this one is 100 pixel. So less than that it can decrease it, but it will not increase more than 100 pixel. So that is the thing what I can say. And flex grow, if you try to add, that is a different thing. We'll try to see. So this is the flex basis thing. For example, let's say that I have a scenario in a such a way, width we have defined it, right? I have in such a way max width. So the maximum width, it should be around 80 pixel only. Okay, 80 pixel only it should be there. So now if I try to mention 80 pixel, so which one will take? Flex basis of 100 pixel or 80 pixel? If I try to mention it, automatically what happens? The boxes has been decreased. So if you try to take the max width over this flex basis, this max width will be taken as a priority. Why? Because the maximum width of the boxes allowed is only the 80 pixel. Flex basis normally you can say it as a width. If you mention only the width means, then flex basis will be taken as the priority. It will be still 100 pixel only. Okay. So that is the thing which I want to tell you. Now if I try to mention this one as 300 pixel, exactly it will be there. So if I try to mention this one, so exactly the content is there. For example, if I try to mention this one as 80 pixel, some of the gap is left out. This is the thing. Now how the flex basis differs with the width? If I mention the min width, also the same thing. Min width will be taken as the priority. So minimum width should be 100 pixel, but I have mentioned this one as the flex basis as 80 pixel only. Now the minimum width will be taken as a priority. Now this one is 100 pixel. Okay, that is also one of the things you need to consider. It is important. Now how the flex basis? So flex basis does depend on the does represent only the width? No, it will not be like that. For example, if I try to change it to flex direction, okay, to column, now automatically flex basis defines the height of this one. So height is 80 pixel each. For example, let's say that here we are having height, let's mention it as 300 pixel. Height we are having 300 pixel. Now the flex basis represents the height of the each item. Now if I mention this one as 100 pixel means the height of each one should be 100, 100, 100. Total container is 300. It is matching exactly. If I try to change this one as 80 pixel or 50 pixel, 50, 50, 50, 150 and remaining 150 is left out. So flex basis depends on the requirement. If the flex direction is row, then flex basis represents the width. If the flex direction is column, it represents the height. So that is the main thing and also the important thing you need to consider. Now that's it. So flex basis behaves as a height. So that is the reason flex basis is a property that has been given. So according to the flex direction, it will behave as a width. If it is a column means it will behave as a height. Now for example, if I want to define the width of this one is, yeah, you can do it. Width I can make it as 100 pixel. Now the height width also you can define it. So like this it will behave. So this is all about the flex basis, how the flex basis works in the flex container. Hope you understood about this flex basis concept. In the next session you will see about the flex grow and also the flex shrink properties. Hope you understood about this one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.